Hey everybody, this is Rob Vegas. I'm checking in from Melbourne, Australia, and of course we're back with another quick movie review as part of Movie Month. Of course, October 2023. We're checking out a whole lot of films, and we've done a ton so far this month. Now I did have to take a break for a couple of days there, as you do, because we went a bit hardcore, and had to refuel the tank and get a tiger back in the tank, as you do, if you get the reference. But moving forward, we're going to press hard. We've got a few more days left and a few more cool movies to catch up on, so it's going to be a good time. And today we're going to be checking out another classic. This time it's Breakdown, the 1997 American thriller film directed by Jonathan Mostow, starring Kurt Russell, the legendary J.T. Walsh, and Kathleen Quinlan. Of course, Kurt Russell's also legendary as well, so he is in good company here in this amazing movie. It might have flown under the radar, this one, and if it has, I will just straight off the bat say, hey, check it out, as it is really cool. It's a thriller movie, and the suspense in this is off the charts if you've never seen it. And yeah, like I said, I highly recommend it, so I don't want to talk too much about spoilers. But basically, Kurt Russell and his wife Kathleen Quinlan, or their character names, Jeff Taylor and Amy Taylor, they're driving across country from Boston to San Diego because for whatever reason they are changing jobs, changing lifestyles, changing a lot, and they've basically sunk everything they've got into packing up and moving across country. And of course, if you know the United States, it's a big old place and the roads are long, and they have to drive through the desert in their Jeep. So on the way through Arizona, which of course is a big old desert-like place, they encounter some hostile crowds there, and they just try to get on with their journey and avoid trouble, and just try and get out of the way of the locals and things like that. And they do their best until their Jeep breaks down. It turns out there's a friendly truck driver who comes along, and he takes Kathleen Quinlan, Kurt Russell's wife in the movie, he takes her to the nearest truck stop while Kurt Russell's character waits by the car for help to arrive. You know, like the RACV or RACQ, depending where you're from, or the AAA or whomever it is, roadside assistance. So, he's just waiting around by the car, and, the clock ticks and time goes by, and the trucker and his wife don't come back. And that's where the mystery deepens, and you could say the plot thickens, and the game is afoot. As it turns out that those hostile locals they encountered earlier and this truck driver are all in league in some kind of sinister plot to kidnap, people who are crossing across the desolate desert. That's a real mouthful there. And these guys are, kidnapping people, just, probably making them dig their own graves in the desert and taking all their stuff and robbing them of all their money and all their possessions. And they've been doing it for years. And there are thousands of missing people, which Kurt Russell finds out about during the course of the film. And there is a ton of suspense and, a real sprinkling of action. And the tension in this just ramps up. Like every time Kurt Russell's character gets presented with a problem, he sort of uses his smarts and his his know-how to kind of get through it the best he can in this just outback desert environment. And it's touch and go for a lot of it, and his survival story throughout this as he tracks down the bad guys and solves the mystery, as it were, and encounters all these other characters in the desert and other locations. It really, gives you this engaging, thrilling story as he tries to find his wife and bring the bad guys to justice. And it all, you know, there's this confluence that comes together in this nail-biting climax in the movie, which is absolutely outstanding and action-packed. So, what am I going to say about Breakdown? It is a really cool movie, and sit down, grab some popcorn, and get ready for a nail-biting, thrilling time. This one, as I said, it flies under the radar as it was kind of released, in one of those summers. Well, it was summer in Australia anyway when this came out in 1997 at the end of the year, and there were a lot of big blockbusters and stuff, and maybe the audiences at the time weren't ready for a good old-fashioned thriller at the time. But hey, I went and see this at the movies, and I absolutely loved it, and of course tracked it down on DVD when it dropped many years later on DVD, of course, because back in the old 1990s we didn't have DVDs and all that. But yeah, you're in for a really outstanding time and a real creepy, atmospheric time, as the desert setting is really spooky and really imposing, and it's almost like a character in the movie itself. Speaking of characters, here's my little movie critic friend Mia, and she says that we give Breakdown with Kurt Russell a 5 on the Rob Vegas movie scale, which is a pretty high ranking. Now, other things to note, that the musical score in this movie is by Basil Poledouris, who did the music from RoboCop. So the music, you guaranteed the music's going to be great. So yeah, that's a bonus. The cinematography and everything is fantastic in the desert locations, really brought to life, and you're going to be immersed in this experience with Kurt Russell, and you're going to be trying to solve the mystery with him, and hopefully he finds his wife and, like I said, tracks the bad guys down. 5 on the Rob Vegas movie scale. Breakdown, 1997, starring Kurt Russell. If you haven't seen this, definitely get on board. They throw in a few car chases as well for you, and a lot of vehicular action. So our friend Motor Viper, he approves. So check it out. Let me know in the comments below if you've seen Breakdown and what you think of it, and let me know if you haven't seen it and you'd like to put it on your watch list, as I'd love to hear your thoughts either way. Give the old video a thumbs up and hit the old subscribe button if you haven't already, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. So stay tuned, and I will see you soon. Thanks everyone.
Crystal Ball says like and subscribe and leave a comment.
Yeah, it's raining a bit outside, isn't it?